Well, welcome back to Ford Nation. I want to introduce Joe Warmington and my best friend, Doug Ford, as you know. So, Joe.
I'm not your best friend, Mr. Mayor?
Well, we've had our differences. You've upset me, and but we've made up, and I accept your apology, and let's move on.
Well, you know what? I learned a lesson is, with you, there are areas where you do lose your cool, and we won't go into them here today, but if you go down a certain road, you tend to lose your cool.
Well, I think it's natural. Bringing my wife and my kids into the situation is absolutely off limits to anybody. I don't care who it is. So that, obviously, it hits a nerve, and so I think that's a fair comment.
But he did call and apologize, folks, and it's really good to have. Did you find this TV stuff easy, boys? Or?
Well, no, we're always in front of the TV. Usually, I'm running away from the cameras, and they're chasing Rob and I.
I'm running into them.
Or running into them, one of the two. But this is great. We love Sun News, and it's going to be an exciting show here.
Thanks for having me on the first show, and hopefully we'll get to come back again. We'll see how this goes. But it's not an interview. We're just chatting here, and Mayor Ford. Obviously, that was not your best week.
No, not at all.
I think a lot of people are asking me when they approach me is, they want to know from a personal side, not the political side, is how are you really doing behind the scenes and all that?
I'm doing fantastic because I know in my heart what I'm doing for the city is the right thing. My personal issues, yes. Have I? And again, I'm going to repeat this. Have I drank too much? Yes, I have. I admit that. But you know what? I'm getting, I'm not an alcoholic, but there's professionals that are guiding me and trying and helping me out. And I work out every day now. We've got a professional trainer with me, and we're having a lot of fun. And, is it stressful? Sure, it's stressful on my family, but I know in my heart, I know everybody has personal problems. Mine is supposed, but my job is to come down and serve the taxpayers of the city. And I'm continuing to do it. I'm returning at least 70, 80 calls a day, going to people's front door, and I haven't missed one day of council in 13 years.
So why should the public, A, believe you, and also forgive you? Because you're asking them to do both, and yet we've seen such flip-flops there. Now, obviously you're getting the help now. Is that why, or what?
Action speaks louder than words. Again, I'm going to repeat what I said. You look at my record. I want to talk about my record, my achievements, what no other mayor in this city has been able to do. I've saved more money than any mayor in Toronto's history. Got subways built when everybody, my competitors are flip-flopping, want LRTs and want streetcars. No, I don't believe in LRTs and streetcars. Their last council meeting, they spent $500,000 on an environmental assessment on building bike lanes on Bloor when the businesses don't want it.
You put your own political agenda at risk, though, with your behavior. And so you see that. I mean, that's not everyone else's fault.
It's all self-inflicted, Joe. Yeah. I can't change the past. I can only apologize so many times. You know what? I'm not perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect. And if they are, I haven't met them yet. So what else can I do? All I can do is apologize and move on and just give me some time. And if you don't see a difference in, let's say, 4 or 5 months, if I'm not down a few pounds and you will see a difference, and that's all I can say. Talk's cheap. Action speaks louder than words.
Well, actually, that's the first time that, and I think, Doug, you haven't heard that before, where the mayor is saying to give you a chance, give you some room to do that, and that's the first time he said that. So 4 or 5 months, you're going to do your own program to get there.
I'm not going to tell anyone what I'm doing. I'm not going to tell I'm not going to talk about the health professionals, but I can assure you I'm dealing with professional people.
You haven't been drinking at all?
I haven't touched a drop of alcohol in 3 weeks. A drop.
Not a drop.
I'll take a urine test right now, and if there's alcohol,
drugs?
None, zero. I'll do a urine test right now.
When's the last time for drugs?
Long time. I'm talking like it was like a long time ago.
What about drug testing? And you could dive in.
That's what I said.
I'd
be the first one to do a drug test. I put a motion on the table. I don't know why we're going down this to go personal, but I have no problem doing it. I'll do a drug test, an alcohol test right now. And I put a motion forward that every councillor do it too. You know what? They jumped up. They don't want anything to do with it. And then when our last council meeting, everyone says, "Oh, we're going out drinking after."
Put that back on the next meeting?
Yes, absolutely. I don't want to do this. I'm not a rat, Joe. You know what? I know people party on the side. I know lawyers, doctors, everybody
Who else
has
on
a good
council,
time.
You know, has done it? Anybody on
I'm
council?
not going to name names.
No?
That's not.
Why not?
I'm
Why
gonna
not?
name
Your
names.
name is out there. Why
Because
not?
No, but
You know
let them
something, Joe?
vote on it and see who comes forward and who doesn't.
Joe, I think it should go right across the country. You know, they have to do drug testing across the country. And when I say drug testing, I'm including alcohol. Because I know for a fact there's a lot of people that live outside of Toronto, that work in Queen's Park. They get lonely up there, same with Ottawa, and they go out drinking every night. And there's a lot of issues with drinking in both in Ottawa and in Queen's Park. There's a lot of drinking issues in the city of Toronto right now. I found it ironic the other day after the council. I hear a couple of councillors are going out for drinks. So the next day I said, which one of you drove home? They're a bunch of hypocrites down there. That's what they are.
You know, I think a lot of people want to know too is about the idea that you were spied on like that for 5 months, the cost of it, and who else has been spied on like that. If you had the police and the resources of that, do you have a comment on that?
Well, they think I was stupid. I knew these people were following me. Like, I kept running these plates, calling the police, and they were coming back to me and saying, "Oh no, it's private." We knew we were being followed. You had helicopters following us. The helicopters were landing on our pool.
Helicopters,
not helicopters, planes.
Planes, sorry.
Yeah.
I had these unmarked people, and they're describing themselves as this or that, following me into the store. Come on, like let's call.
Well, even up to last night, Joe, we still have someone sitting outside our plant. I get up to the office. I just like relaxing, getting away from everyone. You know, doing some paperwork. We come out. And bang, there's the same car sits there every single night. He was there again last night. Okay. So, you know, it's not going to continue.
If Chief Blair doesn't say what he said, what you were upset about, and the different things, would we be where we are now?
No, my question is, I urinated in a parking lot. What does that have to do? Or bring up the beer St. Patrick's Day party 2 years ago. What does that have to do
you know
with
what
anything?
Have to do, Rob? It's politics. They don't want these other guys. They want you. That's what it's about. The resources are going to try to catch you.
How much did it cost?
Because they have their own political little game.
How much did it cost?
They can't answer that right now.
Oh, they can't answer. Well,
but
you know, I'm going to find out one day how much it costs.
What do you figure it cost?
Millions. Absolutely millions. How, for 5 months investigation with officers, with planes, all this stuff? Well, you think, Joe, it must have costed over $1 million. I
want to send a clear message to all our police out there. Rob and I love you. Absolutely
the
love.
Frontline officers, I'll go to bat for them 100%, but we'll leave it at that.
You know,
we got to go to break. Sorry, guys. We have to go to break.
One last question. The most famous guy in the world is right here. I don't know if it's all good, but how do you feel about the pressure that's on you and what you brought on the city?
No, it's not a pressure. I'm feeling great because, again, I know what I'm doing is right for the taxpayers. I encourage everyone to come to the city. My door is open. I'll welcome everyone. I bring kids through. I bring adults through. I bring dignitaries through my office. Sit there. I'm just an average guy, Joe. I'm an average guy. This title, oh, you're a mayor, you're all this. I'm an average guy who fights for the little guy in life. That's the bottom line.
And the little guy that has personal issues, but again, yours were exposed to the whole world.
We'll get into some of the personal issues on some of the kids that I've helped out.
Are you going to get better, or are you going to put this right on track?
Action speaks louder than words, Joe. It's up to the voters to decide on October 27th.
And you'll be there for sure?
I'll guarantee I'll be there for sure. Guaranteed.